Hi everybody, my name's Mucha Marapa. I'm a marketing consultant and strategist that works primarily with the small business, the self-employed consultant, the entrepreneur and the mom and pop company, where I specifically teach them to become better marketers of their products, their services and themselves. Now, from 1999 to the end of 2010, I actually worked in the golf industry. And during this time I had the good fortune and privilege to have some wonderful positions, the highlights of which were as club secretary of a golf club that was ranked in the top 100 courses of Great Britain and Ireland. I was the European Sales and Marketing Director for a resort out in South Africa that won World Resort of the Year. And most recently I was the UK consultant for a property in Ireland that was voted European Resort of the Year. At the start of 2011, I started working with the smaller business, the more local business, and it was primarily to help them become better at social media, email marketing, web design, building that list, lead generation. And at this time, I saw some real differences between the way larger organizations market and promote themselves versus what we need to do as smaller organizations. Just a few days ago, I read a fascinating article about golf professional marketing. And in this article, it said that the golf pros needed to become more proactive, more self-promotion. You needed to position yourself as an expert. And having looked around some of the forums and various websites of federations, while I see quite a lot of knowledge being passed on to golf professionals, I see very little in the way of effective marketing. So what I wanted to do was put together some free training, some training on how you as a golf professional can more effectively market yourself, your products, your services, the organizations where you're based. And if you think that I'm possibly the only one who's harping on the importance and the significance of marketing, I'd like you to watch this video clip by a gentleman called Darren Hardy of Success Magazine. Take a look.
Let me ask you a question. If you had the option where a genie popped out of a lantern and he or she gave you the ability to pick one of these four things to be the best in your space at, the very best, which four would you pick? Either the best management and leadership, the best margins in your space, the best marketing in your space, or the best product and solution in your space. If you had a chance to pick any one of these four to be the very best, which would you pick? How many people would pick management and leadership? Okay, there's no wrong answers here, by the way. How many people would pick margins? Not many CPAs in the room. How many people pick marketing? Okay, how many people would pick the best product and solution? Okay, maybe it was a little bit of a setup. So let's say you pick the number one product and solution. Let me just sort of debunk that a little bit. What is the number one restaurant in the world? McDonald's. Do they have the best product? What is the number one wine in the world? You're right out of Napa Valley of all these fantastic heritage of winemaking and all the rest of that. What's number one? Gallo? It's worse. Franzia. And it comes in a box. What's the number one water? We have all these, Fujis and, you've got Avions, you've got Smart Waters and all these. What's the number one water? Aquafina, Dasani, and Polar Springs, owned by Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and Nestle. Number one waters in the world. Point is, it doesn't have to be the best product or solution to be number one. So, those of you that said management, let's unearth that a little bit. These people had the best talent available in their organizations. Enron, McKinsey & Company, Ocean's 12, A-list of actors, totally failed. And then the 2004 United States Olympic basketball team. First time, star-studded NBA stars on one team. Do you remember what happened? They came in third. They got beat by Lithuania. Not Dream Team managements. How about margins? Certainly all the CPAs and CFOs would say, I want the biggest margins because with margins you could do everything. Hey, look, if the product doesn't sell, it doesn't matter what the margins are. So here's the reality. Like it or not, I don't like it. But here's the reality. I'd rather say the best product and solution, truly. But that's just not how it works. And you just need to know what the reality is so that you can know how to work with it. Success of any product, service, or solution is 10% the quality of the product. 90% marketing.
Some pretty interesting stuff. And while of course it's always going to be debatable, I think the one significant thing that he said that was important is that if you're not marketing yourself effectively, if you're not placing emphasis on becoming truly great at marketing, you're going to have very little chance at succeeding. Now, you know and I know that if somebody comes to see you and you can't actually help them get a better golf swing or look better or take them off on a golf day, a corporate golf event and that, you're not going to be in business for long. However, how do they know about you in the first place? And more importantly, are you able to stay in touch with them all the time? Because email marketing is another very key point here. So this is what I'd like you to do. As I prepare my training, which is all going to be free by the way, I'd like you to fill out this survey. Because by going through some of the forums, going through some of the websites for federations and various other organizations, I saw very little there that specifically goes out to help golf professionals with their marketing. So I've got some questions here just about social media, your email marketing, what you do to generate leads, whether you have a website, whether you know how you can design a website, all these things that are going to make you exceptional marketers. Because if you're going to become an exceptional marketer of your product, service and yourself, I think you'll have a very good chance during these times where we're told to expect doom and gloom for the next 2 to 3 years. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Please not only fill out the survey but also post some comments here. We've got a Facebook page there. I'd love to answer some of your questions. I've opened a group up on LinkedIn as well. So let's interact so that I can make sure that the training is spot on for you and it can give us something to look forward to in 2012. Thanks for taking the time and I look forward to hearing from you.